Hey guys, I'm using this robot voice after a very long time. Did you miss it? Probably not, but anyways I want to put a fat disclaimer before we go on. These are just opinions, and you don't have to agree with and it should be fine if I disagree with yours. I will first mention my unpopular Vixx opinions, and then I will react to your opinions. Superhero is not a bad song at all. It has a really catchy melody in its chorus and their vocals really shine in this song. It has a full vocal heavy chorus which is always better than some overdone and reused EDM drop. I think the members dislike it, only because it is cringy in its lyrics, and nowhere matches up with their other bodies of work. But Superhero is far from a bad song. I want Hyuk to enlist this year. Now I'm not going to force him to enlist, because he should enlist whenever he feels ready, but if he does enlist this year, it would mean that we will get 6 Vixx 2 years before the actual time. If he enlisted normally we would have to wait 2 more years after Hongbin gets discharged, but if he enlisted this year, this would not happen. Even Sungji of BTOB is gonna enlist this year and I think that is a smart move. I love Ravi's title tracks, but I don't like his B-sides. Now this is not unpopular, because I had a lot of comments about this from you guys too, but I'm gonna address this opinion anyways. I absolutely adore his title tracks like Rockstar, Still Nirvana, Bomb, Limitless, Nirvana and others, but I don't like his B-sides. The auto-tune does bother me a lot, and it makes all his songs sound the same. To be honest, if you randomly played a B-side, I wouldn't be able to recognize which one it is until we get to the chorus. I feel really awful just talking about this, because Ravi said he wants his fans to tell him he has great music. And I love him so much, and don't want to hurt him, so I'm probably never gonna talk about it again. Vixx are not underrated. They are very underappreciated and not given enough credit, but they are not underrated. To us international fans it feels like they are underrated, but they actually have a huge Korean fan following. The fact that they got 8 music show wins just for Love Equation alone proves how well they do in their home country. There are a lot of groups that have gotten their first win after 4-5 years and some even disband without getting their first win. Vixx's album charts do amazing, and they have even got Bonsangs on award show, which is a major award. I could make a whole video about this, but I hope I made my point clear for now. That is not even an opinion, it's just straight up facts. I completely agree with this. The reason Vixx are considered to be one of the best vocal groups is not only because we have 2 powerhouse main vocals, but other vocalists who have different vocal ranges from each other, so this makes Vixx's vocal range really wide. Hongbin and Ravi have a very low register, Hyuk and Den have a medium range, and Leo and Ken have a higher register. So in songs like Fantasy, where very high register of vocals are required, Hongbin doesn't get a lot of lines. Same with Ravi, he got only 1 short verse in the song. But in Chained Up, which is a groovier song, we get a lot of Hongbin and Ravi has multiple verses. So Hongbin is like the hidden ace vocalist of Vixx, and he shows his real potential in Vixx's more sexy and groovier songs and B-sides. I'll have to disagree with this one. To be honest, the only reason Chained Up is as popular as it is because it is a sexy concept. Even Love Equation has easier choreography, but it is nowhere as popular as Chained Up. Besides, Vixx did go viral for their performance of Shangri-La, which had complex choreography during end of the year shows. The only reason Kill This Love and Boy With Love are popular despite having easier choreography is because they are from BTS and Blackpink. Any song they release will blow up anyways. But as long as Vixx tie up their concept with the choreo and give a wonderful performance, I will be happy. I think by saying overrated you are relatively comparing it with other Vixx songs, and I do agree that Chained Up is more hype than the other songs, and it overshadows them. But I won't call Chained Up alone an overrated song, because it is a good solid song, and it has amazing choreography and obviously Vixx put a lot of efforts into it, but relatively I do agree that it overshadows their other songs. I also hate when people call them or associate them as a kinky group, or even when people say they do creepy or dark concepts, because Vixx have excelled in every concept, not just dark concepts, and they themselves said they don't want to be known as that one vampire group. Although I really want to see Hongbin in a drama or variety shows, it's not like Jellyfish is not giving him any work. Hongbin himself decided to take a break after 8 years of hard work, and it was his decision to stream on Twitch. But as long as he is happy, I will be happy, even if I don't see him as an actor. Oh my fucking god, he does really look like Sylvester Stallone. I never thought about it. Just like a human being cannot be perfect or a saint, in the same manner it is obvious that every fandom has toxic fans in it. End of the day, what matters is how less toxic fans we have, and I believe our fandom has very less toxic fans compared to some fandoms. I'm not even talking about just K-pop fandoms, but fandoms in general. And I don't even consider those fans on Stan Twitter to be real fans, because Twitter itself is a very toxic place, and most of the times those people just are a casual fan of Vixx, so it's easy for them to unstan Vixx or hate on a member. Hyuk's voice can never fail to make me cry. His color tone of his voice feels so nostalgic, and he sings with a lot of emotions, and I am so proud of our baby. He really improved a lot since debut. Although I'm not a fan of ballads, I love each one of his, and I loved his album. But I think my personal favorite solo albums from the members are Realize, and both the solo albums of Leo. I mean, even if they wear rags and an awful wig, they'll still look prettier than me. I think Hongbin's facial bones are really masculine, otherwise anyone can mistake him for a pretty woman. I disagree with this one. First of all, how stable a person is while singing live has got nothing to do with vocal abilities. The better stamina a person has, the more stable he will be. Hongbin and Hyuk have more stamina and hence they are very stable live. But stamina has got nothing to do with vocal abilities. Second thing is, Vixx almost all the time sing 100% live, and I can tell you a shit ton of groups that depend 80% on the backtracks, and that is why they sound good. Also, even if they did sound unstable a couple of times, it's because their choreography is hard, and they get tired. They don't even have to sing live always, because they should give break to their vocal cords, but they do it anyways. Vixx are known to be very stable while singing, and here are some clips to prove it. 낮과 밤이 전부 너야 빈틈없이 모든 숨소리가 너인 것만 같아 더 진해 좀 더 짙게 이 밤 깊이 번져가고 있어 벗어날 수 없게 눈 감고 내 안에 널 또 찾잖아 난 취해 좀 더 취해 이 꿈속에 빠져들고 싶어 넌 다가와서 내게만 스며들어 난 알아 너와 나라 꿈에 번진 환상 그 안에서 가까워지는 넌 다시 또 마음에 피어나지만 단 하나 너만 알아 찾아
그곳 바로 너야. 다시 눈을 뜨면 내게만 스며들어. 어쩔 수 없었어. 버렸어. 모든 감정을 지웠어. 너를 지울 수 없어. 난 맘이 안쓰러워서. 백분보다 깊은 이곳을 벗어나 자신이 없어 있는다는 건 처음. 나쁜 사람 아닌데 너를 사랑하는데 거울 먹어버린 그 눈빛.
I agree, Hongbin's acting in Voodoo Doll and Arrow is amazing, and art concepts suit him better. Yeah, I agree with this, they are perfect the way they are, but it's a part of their culture, so sadly we can't do anything about it. It's completely fine to not like a song, it just depends on personal taste. I at first didn't like it, because I usually don't like funky music, but it grew on me later. The personalities of the members and their voices, both are complete opposites of each other, but still are very compatible. Hyuk is the future director of Jellyfish, I can see that happening. Hyuk, one man alone can bring out the bisexuality in people. I completely agree that 2016 was musically the best year for Vixx. The Conception Care album is my favorite Vixx album and Fantasy is my favorite Vixx song. And yes, The Closer is very underappreciated when compared to other songs. I think K-pop groups only have one visual in the group, and even though Ken has amazing visuals, but Hongbin's face is like the textbook definition of a visual in Korean beauty standards. But then maybe I'm just biased. I don't have Twitter, and I haven't seen Hyuk's feet, so I can't comment on this. I feel really bad for Hyuk and Leo sometimes, because the Machnas cross the line. I have not seen Leo being bothered by it, I think he enjoys it, but Hyuk definitely yes. I don't know why, but other people also bully him. If you have seen Hitmaker, where Big Bang were formed, you will know how much those MCs bullied him. I think that was even more than any Vixx member has teased him. But I get why the young ones do it. During early Vixx days, Hyuk used to be very dominating, and sometimes annoying to the members. So I guess young ones started asserting their dominance after a few years. But then they do remind me of how everyone has that one bratty younger sibling who is a literal pain in the ass, but you still love them more than anything. This just makes me realize how much of an actual family are the Vixx members. Hyde has my favorite Vixx choreography, but I think Beautiful Liar's lyrics are superior. I agree, Ravi and Yuna were great in Blossom. I think Jellyfish do their best at promoting Vixx. They are a small company and we cannot expect too much out of them. Their international promotions are horrible though. I believe I have said what I think about Ravi's songs, but please don't call them bad. We can't just lay in our beds like potatoes and shit on his music, because he worked overnight to make them. we can just say that we don't like them or don't prefer them. Vixx debuted in 2012 during the second gen, and almost everything during that time was cringy. I will just let PD explain this.
First of all, Hide and Rock Your Body are from the very cheesy era of K-pop, which is completely fine, you know, it's reminiscent of the time. But despite the music video being very cringeworthy because of its time, the songs still hold up.
I agree that Leo's voice sounds strained and unstable during lives, but as I explained earlier, Ken has better stamina than Leo, and that is why he is very much in control of his notes. Both of them have improved a lot since debut, and especially after doing a lot of musicals. I'm so proud of both of them,